So we've just completed a lunchtime service here at Rally Central, Make Smoking History Forest Rally. We've had a delay. There's been a stage cancelled that the teams were going to go out and do. So we've got a big lineup of cars here at the Park Firm Out. What a great opportunity to come and speak to some of the teams in a more relaxed state. We've chatted through the day. Harry, you're the leader at the moment. Small relaxed time here in the middle of the first heat.
Yeah, a bit of relaxed time. Now we've got to get back in the zone and get back out there. But it's a shame we've lost Folly this Arvo because that's a good stage, but still lots of good ones to go and challenging stages as well. So we're going to have to, stay in the zone and keep our A game up this Arvo.
Do you find it hard with the rhythm? You go and do your pace notes and you're in the zone and then all of a sudden you're ready to come out and you get stopped like this. How do you reset as a driver in that case?
Oh, it's a part of rallying. I mean, we have to be able to cope with that. So you've just got to really, make sure your routines before the stages are solid and that's sort of how I get myself back in the zone. And we've done the stages this morning now, so I feel like this afternoon the pressure's off slightly for us where, the stage is going to be a bit more swept and we can just settle in and hopefully keep the rhythm up that we had this morning.
Been a rough start to the season, but that smile's coming back, mate. Good luck for the rest of it as we wander through. Let's keep wandering up this way. Obviously, we've got car number 1, last year's champion here of Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin. Next to, obviously, Quinny. So he's 2 on the road. Got Ray Winwood-Smith here, Anthony McLaughlin, Dale Moscott, who's come from Portugal. What's the chatter going on here, guys? What's the delay? What can you tell us?
I think the delay is there's some road damage in Foley, so they're not going to let us run through there. So we'll go straight to Helium and have another crack at that.
Toyota 1-2 at the moment, mate. What's the instructions to Lewis on board this one?
Stay where he is or try and beat Harry. So that's the only advice I can give him.
Calling the notes faster.
Have a crack. Go on, have a crack.
And Dale joining us, of course, with Steve. I'll tell you what, the brothers have adapted to these conditions in Perth pretty quick, haven't they?
Yeah, well, you got to get your value when you've travelled all this way. You've got to have a crack at it. But no, they're having a good time. They're both fast learners. They're intelligent guys, and they're taking on board as much as they can along the way. So we'll take that information in the next loop and see how we get on.
There's a noisy car number 2, Harry Bates, there getting ready to check out of this Park Firmo. Like I said, a delay there while we've got all the cars lined up, and we'll head on the way. Thank you, Mr. Moscott. Enjoy your rest of your run. And as we're going to swing around and maybe have a quick chat to someone who's jumped from having an unbelievable first round and getting in his normal steer here. He can come together with the new co-driver, Luke Anea, Malcolm Reid. Interesting morning for you guys.
Yeah, we've definitely struggled a little bit. I think my notes are just not helping us too much. So there's probably a few lessons in that, but we've tidied them up a little bit in the first pass, changed a few mid-corner, and overshot a couple of corners. Just probably thought we could pull up when we needed to brake a bit earlier. So yeah, it's been a challenging morning, but Malcolm's been great, and the car's been great. The Fiesta's going well, so it's just me that needs to improve.
Malcolm, tell us, when a driver's not fully comfortable with the notes and tweaking some changes, that just brings another element of your job. Is it hard?
Oh, you sort of got to keep a clear head. You're like, okay, the driver's getting a bit maybe flustered or whatever, so you just got to keep doing your job right, keep a clear head, read the notes well, and then if you feel things start going on, just be positive, hey, you're right, yep, repeat the odd note so that they know, just reassuring, basically, pat on the back type thing.
It's frustrating that they know from how we're driving how good the notes are and how good we are, isn't it?
That's it. He can feel it through his bum, but
you can't fool them. It's like, no, I'm going okay, and they go, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, he goes well. Malcolm's been good working with him actually. Launceston was obviously a good event for us, so we'll push on and see what we can do this afternoon.
All right, good luck for you two. Good on you. Keep that going. Group over here having a bit of a powwow. Bernie Webb, Troy Dowell, Eddie Maguire and team. Mate, these roads, I reckon Troy, he's not going to say too much to me about it, but this is the true version of like the gravel rallying, that ball bearing gravel. When you come here when it's damp, you don't get this dry, loose experience, do you?
You can tell you're West Australian, Dean, telling me that this is the real rallying over here on the ball bearings in the West.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, mate, if you're going to do well here, you've got to drive smooth and you've got to drive balanced. This really shows up who can drive a car in balance as opposed to who's got a quick car. So I love this rally.
Can you see also, like we're seeing some difference in times between the stages. As the stages become more technical and you've got to run closer to the notes, that plays part of how you get speed out of this rally as well.
Oh, it certainly does, but also it's easy to get spooked out here on some of these roads. There are some great big gutters, some high-speed approaches to drop-offs. It really takes a lot of being able to stay calm and in your own headspace and not get caught up in it. So
let's have a chat. Choi, you staying calm? Is that what you're doing in this Skoda? Tell us, it's only the second run. You didn't have an awesome amount of kilometres in Tassie. What's it like now that you're getting your teeth into it?
Yeah, well, like it's definitely a tough event, this event compared to Tassie. Yeah, I think we made a few mistakes in the last 2 stages where I sort of lost a bit of confidence going through the middle of the stage. So yeah, just looking to get back some confidence for this afternoon.
Do that. You got great co-driver on board. You love committing to those. Good luck for this one. Here's a West Australian team doing what I call the University of Rally here. Daniel Gonzalez, Damon Nicoli. Damon, of course, was last year's state champion. Daniel, we saw you at the end of the 4th stage this morning, and you said, "I've turfed out the other bloke. I've got a new guy on board," and it's sort of come to you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing to give away that much time, but the feeling just wasn't there, and the mindset was Gonzalez came in, apologised, and says, "Sorry, I'm late, boys, but I'm here now." And the last 2 stages were on point. It felt good. The whole thing then works, and it's incredible how you've really got to be in that window where the car works really well. Obviously, the work with Damo then comes together, but it really relies on me being present and being quite aggressive with the car, but making it work more than being aggressive. Just it all came together in those last 2 stages. So, and of course, it's so much more fun, So
funny how that works. Damon, quickly to you, because we got the camera there anyway. You can feel the difference from Daniel probably this morning to how much more committed he would have been this afternoon, just by the way he's approaching it and the way you have to deliver the notes.
Oh, absolutely. As Daniel said, nothing here works unless it's all working. With the driving comes the timing of the notes, comes the loading of the car, comes the speed at the end of the stage. So yeah, it all has to fall into place. And once you've got all the pieces of the puzzle, that's when you actually get the result.
Right. Lots of pieces to this puzzle, though. That's the thing. Good luck for this afternoon.
We'll keep putting them together.
Yeah,
cheers.
Well
Thank you.
Look through this one. This is the most laid-back driving position you're ever going to see. It looks like he's actually put it on recliner, but that's how Eddie Maguire sits in there. Zach's actually further forward as the co-driver. It's an unusual driving position, I feel. I think Brooksy's probably had to do special setup for you. Is that correct or not?
Yeah, I think they had to put us back a little bit from where Molly was, but she was a lot further forward. But it's quite comfortable back here.
Well, not only comfortable, but it's clearly effective, because I tell you what, leading production at the moment, and I think you've really got to grips with this. We've talked about the ball bearing gravels and stuff. Maybe you come in and not knowing any different. It hasn't been a bother.
I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of these similar roads in Tassie as well. So with the looseness, so yeah, it is what it is. It's good fun.
Oh, well, you and your brother, you've been keeping an eye on his times. He's going pretty good.
He's been going very well. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah. Keep it up, doing a good job. Quickly chat to a guy who's not having the greatest run. I've spoken to him at the end of the last couple of stages. Bodie's hopefully regrouped. Bodie, I know you've got high expectations, but I know you're being dark on yourself before when we spoke at the end of the stages, but your times are actually very good. You're doing better than you think.
Yeah, no, some people said it's probably doing pretty good times considering it's my first time here, which is a bit of a confidence booster, I guess, but just, the feeling doesn't feel great for me. And I know I can do better, but just got to try and make it happen.
Well, the thing is, though, you've got to do the Ks, got to keep it going and stuff. But I've looked, and like I said, you're in and amongst some former state champions who have clearly got these road conditions. It's the first time sort of out of, I guess, the roads that you're used to in Tassie. So does that give you a bit of confidence, a bit of a reset for this afternoon to go, it is what it is, let's move on?
Yeah, it's just all about resetting, I guess, and just trying to get through to the end, and as you said, get that experience, and just the more we can do, the more it'll come to us. So we'll keep pushing on.
Good man, hang in there, and great to have you here as part of the championship. We will go and have another final chat here before we leave you with former champion, talking about state champions and people who would know these roads quite well. John O'Dowd, I surprised you then, didn't I, mate? Sorry, having a little relax. How are you, mate?
Yeah, deep in thought.
Yeah, we're live here having a chat while there's a delay. Is it nice to have a little bit of a break in between all the hurry up of rallying normally?
Yeah, we're taking it steady this morning anyway, so it's just great to be back in the car and having some fun out there. It's good.
That's the thing, we actually haven't done as much driving, particularly in the last couple of years. Has it taken you a bit longer, or you go, no, I'm experienced enough of this, or do it my pace, my way?
No, it's taken me a bit to get into it, to be honest, but yeah, just baby steps, just getting back into it. Not going to do anything silly, but it is great to be back in the car and we're enjoying it. It's beautiful weather for rallying.
It is brilliant. How good is the field as well? You've done a lot of forest rallies. You've seen all the East Coasters come across. The quality of cars and the teams that are here is as best it's ever been.
Yeah, it's great. Look, it's awesome to see all the cars. It's magnificent. All 5 cars and the other cars. It's great that they come over, and yeah, it's a good event for sure.